everyone! Like I said, today we're going to talk about the pageant walk. I made notes because I need that. But I'm super excited to talk about this. But before I demonstrate for you, I want to share a few tips just to start with. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about the shoes. I have my opinions. They're not set in stone. It's just what I prefer and what I think works best for me. So feel free to do things your own way. It's just my opinion. To start with, heel height. I recommend about a 3 to 3.5 inch heel. It usually works best. You can walk the smoothest in it, and it looks like you're wearing a really high heel without it being killer high and taking a lot of concentration to stay on your feet. Now that doesn't include a platform. If it has an inch, 2 inch platform on it, that carries over to the heels. So you want the actual heel height about 3 to 3.5 inches. So for example, this shoe has about an inch and a half platform on it, and the heel height is about 4.5 inches. But when you take that platform off of there, it's just about perfect, and they're really easy to walk in. Now, these are the shoes I use for my dress, my formal gown. So they're not seen. I don't recommend sparkly, crazy glitter shoes for a swimwear or an onstage interview or something like that. You don't want all your attention at your feet. For that, I would recommend something more like this, but probably not leopard, because you don't want the attention on your feet again. But I'm showing you this one because I just got rid of my swimsuit shoes. They're this exact same shoe, just in a plain tan instead of the leopard print here. Again, it's at about that 3 inch heel height, which is perfect. These are the shoes I'm going to wear when I show you my pageant walk and the way I do things. Now, I don't recommend any heel that has a flip to it, such as this one. If it flips, it can catch on a dress if you're wearing it with a dress. Anytime it flips, it can catch the bottom of your dress and get it all stuck up in there, and we don't want that at all. But also, they don't tend to stay on your feet quite as well. So I would always recommend a shoe that has an ankle strap on it. It just tends to work a little better, and it's a little more comfortable. You don't have to think about it as much, which is always really good. Next, practice, practice, practice. The more you walk in your shoes, the better. As soon as I get a pair of new shoes, I end up walking around my house forever, just to try and make sure I can walk in them, and so that those shoes don't feel like new shoes when I wear them on the stage. You really don't want that. So walk in them as much as you can. Wear them around your house. When you have friends come over, be like, hey, look at these cute new shoes I got. You want to see them on? Just have fun with it, but make sure you wear your shoes. Really, really practice in them. And then the last thing I want to tell you before I show you the walk is don't stress. You want to look like you're having fun on the stage. You don't want to stress out about it and wonder, am I standing just right? Am I looking in the right place? Are my feet perfect? You want to just be relaxed and happy, and it should feel really natural. It shouldn't feel forced or anything. And so you just really, again, that comes along with practice. The more you walk in those shoes, the more confident and comfortable you'll be, and you won't have to think about things. So with that, let's go practice some walking. Alright, so I just realized that I did not do a very good job at showing you the shoes. So this is the one that flips up, and that's one that I don't recommend. This would be the leather one, the leopard one that I had. So it would be a swimsuit shoe, just without the print on it, just a plain nude. And they're actually really comfortable as well. And then these ones were my sparkly ones. So, just so you can see what I'm talking about, I'll do better. Alright, welcome to the garage. We'll start off with a couple tips. Actually, first, I'm going to apologize for the traffic. I kind of forgot how busy my street was. But anyway, a few tips to start with. You really want to look at your posture. The easiest thing for me is to stand up against the wall. We don't realize how far forward we walk with our heads. So if you go up against a wall, you want to make sure your bum, your shoulders, and your head are all touching the wall. And so you have a nice tall back there. And then with the stance, you want your back foot facing almost perpendicular with the wall across from you. And then your front foot out in front of it. We call this the Pageant T. You want it popped and out in front just a little bit. Then you want to twist your shoulders forward towards the judges, wherever they may be. So, pageant stance. Now if you're on the right, on stage right, you'll have your right foot popped. If you're on stage left, you'll have your left foot popped. That's really important unless you have a slit in your dress. If you have a slit in your dress on this leg, pop this leg. But when you come over to this side, if you pop this leg, it's going to make your dress look really funny. So keep this leg popped. All right, arms. You can have them down to your side, or you can have one on a hip, or you can have both on a hip. I recommend down most often. While you're walking, you want to have a natural swing to your arms. You don't want to really swing them. That's more of a glitz pageant thing. You really don't want to get too excited with your arms. You don't want it like you're running across the stage there. You just want it really natural. You want to bend more at your elbows than from your whole shoulder. If you go from your whole shoulder, it looks really awkward. So just to show you, if you start like this, you'll start with your front leg. Never start with your back leg. You want all of your weight on your back leg. You'll start with your front leg, shoulders back, head out to the audience, and turn just a little bit there. Make sure you're going to bend at your elbows. So you want your walk to look a lot like this. And then back. All right. Now, in swimsuit, you have a lot more energetic walk, and a lot of times they'll do a little turn in it. So, for example, you would be walking with bigger steps, a little bit faster. Your turn would then turn this way and keep walking. So, to show you again there, I'll just do the turn. You'll step with this foot, turn forward, bring this foot in front as you're turning, and step with it. So it's one fluid movement, and you don't have to, you don't have to stop at all with it, you don't have to think about it much. It should be very smooth, just a My little brother's giving me weird eyes as I'm doing this. All right. Now, if you're in a formal dress, your walk's going to be a little bit different. You don't want it as big. You don't want to take as big of steps. You don't want it as fast. And in your stance, you don't want that leg quite so popped. You want to bring it back more and a little bit straighter in the hips here. Because in your formal dress, if you're really sticking a hip out or really popping a leg, it's going to make your dress look a little weird in the front. So you want to stand a little taller, a little straighter, still pop the knee a little bit. And then with your walk, don't swing your arms as much and slow it down. You want to feel like you're entering this huge ballroom and you're the princess and all eyes are on you. So you want to do a little smaller, slower walk, a little more graceful, more like this. You can put a hand on a hip in your dress. I don't recommend putting two hands on, but one is fine. I also really like just leaving it down. If you have both of your hands down and you look comfortable with yourself, the judges are going to feel like you're more confident on stage. Like you don't have to have a hand there to cover up something or to feel like you need to put that hand somewhere. So I always recommend leaving your hands down as much as you feel comfortable with. One other tip that I would say, and And probably as most important is know your pageant system. Every system is very different. So the kind of modeling I'm showing you right now is more the Miss USA and Miss America type of modeling. Other systems, some of them have it very poised, very straight, no hip action, no hips when you're walking, just very natural. Then there's the glitz ones that really ham it up and do it big. So just really get to know your pageant system. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back again with another video. See ya.